I guess you could say I'm a rear end guy.
That made me puke.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Hack Shack. I'm Al.
I'm Juanita.
And we need a bigger shack.
Yes, we do.
But that's not gonna happen this week. What we're gonna do this week is get this dually all the way back together on the 16-inch wheels, and then get that dually somewhat back together on the 22s. We got the rears done. Well, the rears are in. Come over here. Come over here, I want to talk to you.
I'm gonna go ahead.
What are you doing?
You got the cover off. I see it. I want to get already.
What are you doing already? So I gotta put a. She hasn't even smelled it. I didn't do that on purpose either, but anyway, I got this one draining from last night. I drained it. I went ahead and did the C-notch and stuff in the evenings this week, but anyway, rear end is in. I gotta do a pinion seal and put the cover back on and fill it up. I also have to do the same thing to this one because pinion seal's leaking on it, but we'll probably get to that later or tomorrow or Monday maybe, I don't know, another day. But anyway, so she's gonna go in and make some stencils for the hood of Ugly because we are gonna take, it's such a mess. It's like a bomb went off out here. 2 dualies exploded and they're everywhere. But anyway, we're gonna take the cowl hood off of Ugly and the flat hood that's on there now and take them over to Cody, and he's gonna make the flat hood match the cowl.
He's gonna do all of this.
Yeah.
To it.
So she's doing the stencil for the rivets so they're in perfect spacing, and then he does everything else with airbrush so we can get this thing done. And then I think it's all about dualies this week, as it was last week also, but yeah, so I got to get 2 dualies back in 2 pieces basically instead of 4,000 pieces. If we have time. Oh, chickens are going crazy. Not my chickens. Not her chickens. But anyway, if we have time, we're even going to try to get the motor together for this one. We won't get it in this week, but we'll get it together. So we got a little 5.3 for it. We're going to put a camshaft and stuff in it. But anyways, this is what the wrong wheels look like for the red dually. The back spacing on the rear or the offset was way too much. So don't know what he's going to do there, but it's not my truck, so it's his decision and his problem, right? All right, so anyways, she's going to go do that, and I'm going to do stuff that you can't handle.
Yeah.
Let's go back in here and talk about it.
No.
All right, well, go away before you throw up.
Yes.
And I'll get this thing done, and I'll let you know when I'm done. You can't even smell it.
Yeah.
You cannot smell it.
I don't care.
Can you imagine what it smells like, though?
I don't want to hear it.
What does it smell like? I smell it. Do you smell it? Look, here's bottles of new stuff right here. Oh my gosh.
You're gonna make me throw up.
All right, she gone. Now it's safe. What in the world? What is this noise over here? What is that? guess it's a chicken. I don't know what that is. I don't know, maybe you saw it on camera, but I can't see what the hell that is. I don't know, it is crazy around here. Now there. I guess that must have been a chicken laying an egg, and now it's squawking because it laid an egg. And then over here I got roosters. Now you see why I do time lapse when I'm out in the back. This crap, I just don't understand. I don't live on a farm, not even close to a farm. These people around here all think they have to have a freaking barn animals, and they don't do anything with them. I think he fights roosters or does something with them. But I have loud trucks, so whatever. It's just wild. But now you know why I do time lapse quite a bit when I'm out in the back here. In there, it's insulated and air conditioned, and I can get away with it. But out here, it drives me crazy. So I turn the radio on, and I can't have the radio on YouTube. So we do a lot of time lapse. I'm gonna try not to do so much time lapse on this video, but I can't promise anything. So I got the yoke out. Now let's see if I can get the seal out. Not like that. Just ripping holes in it. There we go. I never used this kind before. It's made by Permatex, but it's for gear oil. It says it's not affected by gear oil or friction modifiers. I have like 37 tubes of the orange stuff, but this differential cover does not have a gasket, so it's just RTV. So figured I'll give it the best possible chance I can, and I got 2 of them to do, so I can justify buying a tube of it. This crap's expensive. $17 for a tube, for 1 tube of RTV. All right. Now, put it in the wrong way. Got a little piece of Scotch-Brite to clean up this yoke. Look, 1-8 if you're watching, can you smell that girl? All right, only the best for these dualies. Old Super Tech. Got it on a Black Friday deal. No, not really. But it is API GL5 rated 8090. It's the same as pretty much any of the other conventional gear oil. As long as they meet that GL5 standard, they're good. You know, if you want some kind of extreme pressure synthetic, in my opinion, it doesn't make a difference. Or a limited slip additive, which this doesn't have, but this doesn't have, this rear end doesn't have a limited slip, so it doesn't really matter. Cap her into place. That's about it. So that part's done. Now I can clean the cover and the case, and we can put it back together. right, I screwed up the U-joint. Well, it was junk anyway, but I dropped it and the pins fell out, but it's really crusty, never been greased, so I gotta run to town and get a U-joint so I can put that drive shaft back in that. But I need to work on the transmission tune for Ugly. And no, I still haven't finished the dash or fixed the radio install. But anyway, I'm gonna adjust the shift points in this and the torque converter lockup and see what the fueling learn table looks like. And then I'm gonna drive this thing to the auto parts. So I'll report back in just a second. Cruising pretty good. I've got to finish this dash, it's terrible. All right, made it back. Got on it a few times and it smoked a little bit. I can't find anything leaking, but the radiator cap is loose. And I don't know what it is with this radiator, but I've put 2 different caps on it and they both leak. I guess I need to do some little crimp action or something because it's a really good radiator. Anyway, we made it back. Truck runs good. Oil pressure's good. Shifts way better than it did. So I went ahead and grabbed an extra U-joint. But anyway, pretty happy with how it drove this time. So we'll go from there. Well, I tried to be cheap because I'm getting rid of this truck and put the E-Torx bolts in. They were in here in this rear end. If y'all watched last week, you know what I'm talking about. I can't do it. I can't do it. They're junk. I'm throwing them away. I'm gonna have to buy a set for my truck, or Juanita's truck, the one we're keeping. These things are junk. Whoever thought E-Torx bolts in a U-joint was a good idea is an idiot. But either way, the new U-joint is in. I just gotta change out these bolts because I don't like them. Now that the diff oil stank is done with, I can put the rear shocks on, and then I got to modify that deal. It's a brake load leveler. When I say modified, I'm going to remove it and throw it away. And I need to remake this brake hose because somebody decided it needed a loop-de-loo in it, and we can't have that. So. All right, got it back on the lift, checking everything out. Everything looks good, no drips, no problems. Truck runs and drives good. 2 new fuel pumps and ignition module. I believe the ignition module was the problem, but we went ahead and put 2 new fuel pumps anyway because my buddy who bought the truck asked for that. So it's back on the ground on 16s, and he's got some 17s coming for it because he ordered these 17s and they don't fit. The rears are too wide. So anyway, it's on these for now, and okay, so let me show you. I'm gonna go ahead and cut. I just retorqued these, which retorque, I just tightened the crap out of them with a big 1/2-inch ratchet. But I'm gonna go ahead and chop them off where there's only like a 1/4 inch sticking out. And then I'm gonna load all of his tires, and he doesn't want that bumper, but he's got another bumper over here that he doesn't have brackets for. I'm gonna load it in the bed, all his tires, and either I'm gonna take it to him tomorrow or he's gonna come get it because I need this thing out of my life. It's not mine, and I'm done with it. The longer it sits here, the more he'll want done to it, or the more it'll need, and I'm done. I'm ready to work on that one. So anyways, that's it. Done. I hope. Good morning, y'all. All right, so last night before I went in, I went ahead and popped the cover off of this rear end in the little single cab and let it drain because I need to do a pinion seal on it as well and change the fluid. See, the fluid looks about the same as the other truck, a little crusty. I did all that rear end swapping because he's not putting overdrive in the other truck. This one was a 373, this truck. And that truck was a 410, and this is getting a 5.3 with overdrive, so I thought a 410 would be good in it. I pulled a cover last night, it's a 373. So kind of did all that for nothing, really, but I still didn't have to undo the rear from the leaf springs or move the wheels, so I guess it kind of worked out. It wasn't really necessary. But anyway, I'm gonna put a pinion seal on this, seal this cover back on there, and fill it up with fluid. I did the same thing yesterday on the other truck, so I'm not going to video it. I'm just going to knock it out, and then I'll get back with you. All right, I got the pinion seal changed, the diff resealed. It's back full of oil. I went ahead while I was waiting on the R2V to dry. I went ahead and put the shocks on. These are the shocks off the truck. They're still good. They look like terrible, but they are actually still good shocks, and they're KYBs, so I'm just going to run them for now. I shortened the vent hose, and I went ahead and put the new brake hose on it. So all that's done. The rear is basically done. I was thinking about this. For somebody who has a hot rod shop and has a wife who hates diff oil so much, I sure do a lot of diff oil. I guess you could say I'm a rear end guy. Anyways, I was checking this out. She's a little bent, so I was going to try to straighten her up with the old persuader here. Don't get all hot and bothered because I'm swinging a big tool. All right, pretty straight. Not perfect, but it was terrible before, so anything's an improvement, really. I was telling them, for somebody who has a hot rod shop and a wife that hates diff oil so much, I sure do change a lot of diff oil.
I know. You stop talking about it.
Why?
That made me puke.
Well, I cleaned up all the evidence. Just don't go near the trash can over there.
Okay.
It's all safe. Anyway, it's all, rear end's all done. So now we got to start on the front. We got spindles and springs.
While you're starting on the front, you want me to start painting this?
No, I want to wire wheel this.
Okay.
And spray it.
Do like the what? Blank?
Yeah, we're gonna powder coat the frame later. But I was thinking about it. We need to look at the gooseneck hitch. We can do that right now.
Okay.
Now that I got some help. I said I needed a wobble socket. So she was wobbling. Stand by, folks. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So.
Huh?
All right, we're gonna remove this because I don't think we need it. And I'm gonna cut this, the width of the frame outside. Just chop that off. And then,
Uh-huh.
I've got some 2x4 rectangle tubing that will sit on the frame 4-inch wide ways. And we'll weld that to the frame, and then we'll weld this to it.
On top of the frame?
On top, that plate will be 2 inches, the tubing will be 2 inches high on the frame, and then this will sit on that. Because look, if it squats, you only got about 3 inches of room between the diff and the hitch. So I'd rather just raise it up 2 inches. And we're gonna cut the bed out anyway.
I was just say, are we done?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to because the bed's all junky anyway.
Well, I remember you said it was rusty and stuff, and you said something about just throwing a mat in there, so you didn't have to cut the bed floor.
Well, if you don't want a gooseneck hitch, we can leave it out.
Well, what if I have to pull that?
Well, then you need a gooseneck hitch.
And then it'd be like...
Yes, that's why we're gonna raise it up.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
We're just gonna cut that center, or we're gonna cut all of it?
No, that's the bolt holes for the bed. So no, I'm gonna cut just the piece we need to cut for now, and bolt the bed back on there, and then we'll figure out what kind of cover we're gonna make.
To say it'd be too much work to use some of that, just to...
I don't think there's enough. Okay. I think that the problem is there's probably not enough of good, because we're only gonna cut,
Whatever, inside the frame? Okay.
Yeah. All right, you need these new fancy Icon needle nose.
What?
I need you to take all the cotter pins out of the front end.
Where's all the...
I'm gonna show you right now.
I know there's one down here.
Yep, that one,
Uh-huh.
that one,
Uh-huh.
if there's one there, and that one. That's all. You got it, dude?
I got it.
All right. Tight, and the grease looks good and the brake pads were new. These rotors don't have any wear, so I'm guessing somebody's replaced these not too long ago. So that's good. They're a little crusty, but no ridge. That's a score, because those brake rotors are $5.
Oop, I missed a cotter pin.
I didn't tell you to do these. I turned the fan off so they could hear us, but I may have to turn it back on. The high tomorrow is 45. It's like 85 right now. And muggy. Very, very muggy.
So I have to get my snowsuit out tomorrow?
Yeah, you're gonna freeze tomorrow. For real.
I'm gonna need a heater in my camper.
Yeah, you're probably gonna take tomorrow off if I had to guess. It's gonna be a little too cold for you. We might work on this in the morning. See how much videoing we get done, because I might be able to edit a little bit tonight. Okay, so this. Get them off there. What's that seal look like? So what we do, I'm gonna take this all the way off, just so I know the threads are gonna free up. Then we put it back on, like, better than that, obviously. Put it back on just a couple of threads. And it's got this spring pushing it, so we're gonna whack the crap out of it, and it's gonna pop that and make it come loose.
Okay.
I don't know if this hammer's big enough.
Oh, there it goes.
Now we need to do the same thing on the top, and I don't have the right wrench. This one's loose, got a little bigger hammer. This rubber's right in my way. Watch the fender. Violence is the answer. Now, get the spindle off. What are you talking crap about? Just take a little bit of that pressure off of there.
You're still touching.
There it is. There's that trash. Okay, now
You gotta cut that bump stop.
we're gonna cut the bump stop off, but we gotta get that coil spring out of there.
And put my new ones in.
Yep. What we're gonna do, need to undo the sway bar. I need to just go ahead and remove it anyway because it's not in great shape. Well, the sway bar's fine, but I gotta fix that or get rid of it or do something with that. So.
Putting my hand on the horn
Wow.
so you didn't hit your head.
Okay.
Because I did.
Bring it free. Bit of a difference. Okay, so now let's clean all that junk out of there. There's some junk in here that we don't want to. Blow that stuff out and cut this off. Probably just, I like to knock them off with an air hammer, but my air hammer's sick.
Oh, I thought you were just cutting that.
No, this whole thing's got to come off. So just take that little plasma cutter and
Bzzz.
Yep.
Bless you.
Oh, thank you. These are the ones that came off the other dually. We're gonna give it a little bit. Probably go ahead and put them in because I don't want it to be slammed in the front, not in the back. So what we got to do is pick it back up. That's probably plenty. Stick that in there. All right, down. I'm just kidding.
Don't do that! More?
Yeah, no, not. Oh. Need the wrenches. It's an inch and a 16th and an inch and an eighth. Just going to repack the outer bearings. Because why not? Set that in there for right now. It's 800-pound rotor. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, now you don't understand the drop stuff, so I'm trying to teach you. You see the difference?
I understand the drop.
Do you see the difference in the spindles now? See how high that one is?
Yeah.
And how low that one is?
Yeah.
Compared to the ground?
Yeah.
So that's a drop spindle. That's the difference. It's like
I didn't compare it to the ground. I compared it to the
the
whole,
truck or
yeah.
whatever, yeah. So there you go. There's the difference. Y'all saw how we did all this. Now we're gonna do that side exactly the same as this side, and we'll be back putting the wheels on. All right, supervisor says time to put the wheels back on. All right, brakes are on, bearings are packed. We greased the front end. That was fun. We got all greasy, nasty. Now we're gonna put the wheels on and see what it looks like. Maybe set the toe if it's too far off. Okay, we got the front end halfway toe set. Steering wheel is upside down, so I guess somebody put it on upside down or hooked it up backwards, or I don't know, we're retarded, who knows. But anyway, it's not super low. It's way lower than it was, but it's not super low because there's no motor in it, obviously. And hopefully those springs will settle some. If not, we can pull those spacers out later. But either way, now it has matching wheels on it, so it looks a whole lot less like a turd. But anyway, somebody's calling me, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna cut this bar off here and here. That's 7.5 inches cut off, and then grind the ends, get them ready to weld, clean up the frame, and then I have to trim this down right here to the same height as this, so it'll sit down level when I put the square tube, the rectangle tubing up here. And I'm gonna cut a couple of pieces of rectangle tubing, probably a foot long, tack them to the frame, tack this to it, and weld it in, and then we got a gooseneck hitch. And it'll be raised up. That way, if we ever decide to make the truck lower and C-notch the frame, then it'll be stronger, obviously, and it will also be high enough that it'll clear the differential if we want to make the truck lower. I don't want to do this twice. I doubt we'll ever go any lower, but it will also help with the height of the hitch, so it'll be close to the height of our newer dually, so we won't have to be adjusting the neck a bunch. And like I say, the bed floor is all jacked up anyway, so it doesn't really matter if we have to make a little cover for it. Thick. It's 2x4, about 3/16. It's not pudding overkill, but it's thick enough. It's as thick as the frame is, so it'll be plenty. Cut one more of these, grind all this stuff up, notch this, weld her up. Got a little gap here, trying to figure out what I want to do. I'm going to cut some plates to fit there, and then I have to notch one of them because that's where the handle goes, that little notch. So let's get some pieces cut. Got them cut and cleaned up, fits pretty good. I'll be able to weld all the way around that. That will strengthen that up and support the side of the hitch. The other one is just a rectangle, no notch. So I'm gonna burn them in. Starting to look pretty strong, I think. I couldn't get the paint or powder coat out of there, so I just had to burn it. So that weld's not too great, but oh, this is decent enough. That should hold. Now I'm gonna pick it up and weld the bottom side. Everything I can weld, I'm gonna weld. And then I'm gonna bring it down and cap these ends, and that's it. Good morning, y'all. All right, it's like 40 degrees cooler this morning than it was last night. I didn't quite get finished with the hitch, but I'm close. And I was told it was dinner time and I had to come in. So we're back out here, 7 o'clock in the morning, and I gotta knock some stuff out. And Craig is cold, so he's in here hanging out. And I think he wants a treat. I'll shake. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. And catch it. All right. Dog lives for treats. I don't really love this, so what I'm gonna do is cut it at that weld, cut it all the way down to this weld, and then cut across and chop that off, and then I'm gonna cap them. I have the caps already cut. I set them right there because they were wet last night, so I was just letting them dry, but I'm gonna cut this, clean that stuff up, and then weld the caps on the ends, and then the hitch is done, as far as I'm concerned. I think it's plenty strong. It's way stronger than what was in there. It's welded 12 inches here, 2.5, I think is what it is here, 12 inches across the bottom, and then all this is welded all the way around and everywhere it touches on the bottom, which is not a whole lot on the bottom where this is welded, but it's all the way around, so plenty strong. That is stronger than the 5.3 I'm putting in it, I'm sure, so I think we'll be okay. All right, so I got that chopped off. I like the look better, plus I won't have to cut such a big hole in the bed floor, which doesn't really matter, but anyway, I'm gonna clean that up with a grinder, weld the ends on. She's out here covering them up so we can get ready to paint. Or powder coat, I should say. All right, I got most of this cleaned up, wire wheeled. It's not gonna be perfect, but we're just painting it with Rust-Oleum, so the welds look pretty good on there. Juanita said it was stacking nickels, not dimes, so I guess my welds are worth half as much as everybody else's. They look all right.
I say nickels because they're kind of fat.
Hey, it's okay to be kind of fat.
I know. Trust me, I know.
All right, so I'm gonna continue cleaning on this, and then I'm going to pull some of this junk off the firewall, which for right now, all I'm gonna do is just remove all this stuff. I'm gonna unplug the harness from the bulkhead and just pull all this junk out of the way. Clean this stuff up real quick, plug in those two holes right there. I'm not gonna do it the right way. I just want them sealed up for right now. Clean this real quick, just a halfway cleaning, and just spray this stuff black just so it looks a little better. This is a used car lot rebuild is what we're gonna call it. How about that? She's trying to sneak up on a hog. Gone. I seen a hog back here and she said it wasn't a hog.
It was white and spotted.
Yeah, that's a hog.
It's not a hog, it's black.
No, not all of them.
And it didn't have a spotted.
It did have a tail.
It had a tail, but it wasn't a spotted one.
Anyway, the adventures of Juanita looking for a hog. You married a hog. All right, we got a lull. The neighbor has been playing super loud music, and I was afraid it was going to get into my copyright, so I didn't even video anything but of the cleanup. But it's all stripped, it's all wire wheeled. I sanded the gooseneck. Juanita sanded this inner fender. She sanded some of the firewall. All the stuff is cleaned up, sealed up, and ready for some flat black paint. It's not perfect, but we're not building perfect here. We're just trying to make a driver that looks decent. So I am going to grab a sandwich and then get back out here and spray this stuff. Nailed the hitch hole somehow. First try. That came out good. Well, it is later than it should be for me to start editing a video, but here we are. We made a huge amount of progress this weekend on the dually. I'm pretty stoked about that. It's back all together. Well, I say all together. The body is back on it all the way, and the suspension is under it. So,
And the wheels.
and the wheels are on it, but they're okay. So don't worry about the overspray on the wheels. I think we decided, since we have black bumpers, they're sitting right there. I think we're gonna do the wheels black.
Yeah, and the grill's black.
The grill's black, which we don't have to use that stuff, but we have it and it's nice, and we like black trim and black bumpers, so, and black wheels. So we're gonna do the wheels black and leave the center caps chrome. And that's what we're gonna do. And blue interior, and none of that is negotiable, so don't worry about it. It might be, I don't know. But that's our plan. Blue interior, black wheels, black bumpers, black grill. And then the rest of the trim on the truck that's chrome that goes on the truck is gonna be chrome or stainless. The rain gutters and the, oh, check that out. That's what a Tiger disc will do to you. That's nice. I wasn't wearing a glove on that hand like an idiot. I always wear gloves sometimes. Anyway, a little bit of chrome trim to go with the chrome hubcaps. May change the door handles because they painted them, but may not. I don't know if I care that much. They're kind of a pain to change. So
It could stay like that until we decide if we want to change
yeah,
it.
all of this stuff can stay until we're ready to do something different. It doesn't have to be done. What we wanted done is done now, and now we can start actually putting the truck together and stop taking it apart. So anyway, without rambling on anymore, that's going to do it for this video. If you're still here, we really appreciate you watching. If you're subscribed, thank you very much. If you're not, go do that. And we will see you guys next week, unless you've got something else to say.
Hope you'll have a happy New Year's.
Oh, yeah. Happy New Year, yeah.
And if you want any merch, harveyshackshack.com.
Yep. Hit us up. Later.
Bye.